Part 2.
Okay, go.
Storage being made. Sorry about that. I'll have to join them together. I'm sure it'll work well. We've got a wonky boat. We've got a wonky well. I think we need to tie the rope before we do the official launch,
Yeah.
just in case it floats off into the wilderness. You're gonna supposed to.
You're gonna name the boat
What do you name the boat?
เรือปู่สังทอง
Nebu Santong. What's the car called?
เรือปู่สังทอง yeah
The car
the car is สีทอง
Sea Tong, and the boat's called
เรือปู่สังทอง
Nebu Santong. We've got to get someone to paint it on. Let's hope that a little bit of sun will make it straight and she doesn't float so wonky. Can't help myself, but there's swallows are swimming. Who's getting in it to feed the fish? Where's the paddle? Where's the paddle?
no get in
There's a paddle somewhere. Where's the paddle? We have a paddle. We didn't need to buy one. There we go.
you have to put that on first on the video first yeah
It's fine. Your dad will probably say some splendid words. And in she goes. Let's see how wonky she looks when she's in. Does she look wonky? Doesn't look too bad actually. Not too wonky. Wonky boat, wonky well. We just got to find a paddle now and away we go. Do you want me to paddle you around while we feed the fish? Well, that'll be a tomorrow video.
yeah
What we'll do is we'll sit up there. We'll set the, you know, you're supposed to, I don't know, are you supposed to splash water over them or something? I don't know.
I don't know
In the UK, we smash a bottle of champagne on them.
ประเทศอังกฤษเขาจะเปิดแชมเปญ ประเทศอังกฤษประเทศไทยแท้ที่ดีนะ
We officially name you. What do we officially name her? Name her, hon.
เรือปู่สังทอง
You're officially named.
you got to write the name on the side
On both sides and then on the
Yeah,
back. Let me just have a look now. Do you know what? It might be in the camera angle. Let me see. Nope, she's definitely a little bit wonky on the front. And now we're feeding the fish. I think we tied her too tight on the roof rack. It's a lot darker in reality than it's actually showing on the video. Here they come. The problem is now is they've got so much space. When we fed them in the old pond, I'll go higher up, and when we fed them in the old pond, at a certain time of day, let me just zoom up a bit, you'd walk and they'd be swimming towards you. Obviously they're a little bit disorientated in the new pond, so I would imagine it might take a couple of days. There's all the papaya, 170 we have to plant. We have 2 days before we go home. There you go. To give you a bit more of an idea of how big. We're going to keep the water level as is until we've got the viewing platform made. The Azola is going mad, but the reason why we're not feeding it to the fish at the minute is the loved one is doing her own Azola project, which is there, and I have my Azola project. Unfortunately, I think I mentioned it before actually, they're just storing lilies at the moment. There's my Azola project. We couldn't find any more. Well, we could, but they didn't have them. We found. Makes sense, will you? We went to the shop where we bought the recycled tyres. They didn't have any. They're coming tomorrow. But everything in Thailand is coming tomorrow. So yeah, there's the. That's for the. Let me just do some housework. That's for me lilies, which is in the temporary storage unit. We have some more, lots more plants. We have 2 days left. And approximately, now we bought bananas, 300 plants to go in 2 days. Well, I'm sure if we don't get them in the right place, then kids are going mad. Playing in the mud. And the sun is now set. This guy is quite amazing. the boat has been launched, even though she's a bit
จะ
wonky.
มาเสียงมาปลูกปูนอันนี้แค่350เป็นนี่
More character, the wonky boat.
350แม่นบ่
Three
มัน
man.
เป็นคนคิดปี
I mean,
ยกได้พร้อม
truthfully, honestly, we shouldn't have done what we did.
นี่มันน้ำหลายมันอยู่จังซี่อันนี้ก็สิใส่มัน
There's no point in getting it delivered when we're sitting on the aeroplane. But you probably can't see the ripples off the fish feeding. See if I can zoom.
แล้วก็อันสอง
Maybe you can.
เอามาหยังพี่มาแจกขี้ง่วงมาใส่ก็ย่ำ
No more fishing in this pond for at least 12 months, maybe longer actually. I'll go into the details of what we're actually doing at a later date. Sadness starting to kick in, because we only have 2 official full days before we're heading back to reality and leaving the dream behind. Well, the dream isn't left,
คันสมมุติว่าได้แค่ทอมือนี่จัง
being done by the family.
ทอ
So,
ตัวอย่างนี่เนี่ย
lots of things to do tomorrow, one. Lots and lots and lots and lots. Early start tomorrow, early start every day.
ยื่นถึงมูลค่าใส่ละครนี่
But yeah, it's actually a lot darker in reality. I think I've said this than it is on video. So, yeah. All's well that ends well. Need to extend the car park. We have the 2 tractors to come. We're going to bring all the tractor equipment, which is, I don't know, it's quite a few appliances that bolt onto the back of the tractor. We're going to kind of like gather them all in the same place. Yeah, but the fish are feeding well. We didn't feed them for the first day. And I'll be out in that boat in the dark with my headlight on once we find the paddle. We were going to buy a paddle, but the paddle was nearly half the price of the boat. So why buy one when we've already got one made? The plumbing's all in, ready for the plants. Every 20 metres there's a tap. Why is there a tap every 20 metres? Because we have one of those extending hose pipes which is 15 metres long. We actually have 2 and a joiner, so we can actually do a 30 metre watering system. All I would like to do before we, well, there's a million things I'd like to do before we go, but unfortunately I haven't got time, is have this planted and the splash shield, which is basically the shade. I can't remember the name. So now we're going to do some work on waterproofing, because unfortunately that's another story. That's a really unfortunate story another day. So yeah, soon to be customised by a frustrated truck driver. So you can imagine what that's going to be. And she will follow suit. So as much as we do adore our Toyota commuter cab driver, as I say, we bought more plants, banana plants. Honestly, as much as we do love our Toyota commuter taxi driver, time to sort things out yourself. So 2 modes of transport, problem solved. Our dogs are nuts. Every now and again, they just don't know why. Don't know if it's coffee. They just go mad. I think it's because they're still pups. Yeah, so that's it. Waffling now. Oh, you might want to watch this video, but I'm sure I will. Yeah, so from the, can't remember the name of the boat. My finger's going to be really big when I do this now. No, don't do that. See you later. Hang on. We've actually got traffic coming down the road. I'll be away. Yeah, oh. On the glorious sky. On Cowpoopan Mountain in the boat. we'll see you later. And we now have you to look